Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of my Trove Let's Play series, and today I'm going to be showing off the Lunar Lancer's Clash Gem and give you my thoughts on it. Now, I haven't had much time to work with the Lunar Lancer Clash Gem. I did level him up from level 25 to 29, but it's in U8, so it's not really, something I can only talk about dungeons. I can't talk about the end game, but let's show it off. So it is the Shadow Lancer, Lunacy, come on, stop bugging out. Lunacy also spawns a dark shadow version of you that attacks enemies. That's all it really says. But basically, Lunacy, we can look at Lunacy real quick just in case anyone doesn't know. So, chance to gain moon power on hit. Gather enough to become infused with the power of the moon. When you transform, you don't need to worry about the stats, but basically every time you hit, you have a chance to proc Lunacy. And 3 charges gives you that big wolf power. We're on U8, by the way. Come on, why is it so laggy? Oh my god, my ultimate didn't work. We're in U8, by the way, just because it's easier to farm, even though I'm like 13k power rank. I am using my health regen set of gems, like my full health regen set of gems that I talked about. This was my first set of gems that got me to 15k power rank, but I'm only level 29, so I can't equip the last one. So, yeah, we're using that set, so it's not the best, but, I'm using it for leveling, so I don't have to switch gems all the time. But anyways, back to the gem. So, as you can see, I have 0 charges right now for Lunacy. It's that little moon spinning around me, but what this does is every time you proc Lunacy, you proc a shadow clone. Every time. So, no matter what you do, as long as you turn into the big wolf thingy, or fox thingy, you get a shadow clone. So for dungeons, I'm going to admit you're probably only going to see one every few dungeons. You're not going to see a lot because you need to be getting hit to proc it. Or I don't know if you need to get hit or if you need to hit something, because it's used in speedruns, and the thing in speedruns is you have all 6 procced at the same time. This is why this gem is extremely powerful at the end game. Like I mentioned in an earlier Let's Play video, this gem is very, very, very end game gem. Just like the Dracos, just like the Neon Ninjas, it's pure end game. You're not going to see it at the early game, but people usually get them out. So as you can see, I procced him. He's going to do 1 times damage, so he's going to do my base damage. Let's see. So there you go, 328k, and he can crit too. Same thing as all the other minions. The minions all have like the same coding, basically. Besides the Dracolites, the are stupidly powerful compared to the rest. But yeah, in speedruns, people get them out like all 6 at the same time before they even pull a boss. So I don't know if I think it's both maybe. Can you get hit and then also hit something? Because I haven't played this class in a very long time, like since the Revenant came out, so I don't remember. I'm sorry. I'll obviously have that information when I make the guide, but that's something so minuscule that I haven't seen in such a long time. But yeah, you're probably not gonna see it at the end game or in dungeons, to be honest. It's like a pure speed run gem. You'll probably maybe get it out in ultra runs, like if you're progressing and not speed running. But I don't know. It's kind of like, it's the same thing with the other gems that I mentioned. It's mediocre until you hit that 18k, 16k power rank, and then it starts getting better. But the thing with Lunacy, like the Dracolites and the Boom Rangers, those are pretty straightforward. The Dracolites, you have a chance to proc them with your bombs, that you can have a bunch of bombs out at the same time. The Dracula or the Boom Ranger, obviously you control how long you get those out because it's on a cooldown. But this guy, it's random. So for dungeons, like, you're probably barely going to see them. I see them once every few dungeons, like I said. I should probably be proccing my potions. See, that's a bug right now. I don't understand why they didn't fix it, but do you guys get it? I have like full 16 charges, but I use 1 charge and it drops me down to 9 charges. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's also specifically 9, but if I'm using Death Defying and I have 16 charges and I use 1, it drops me down to 9. And then it's like, okay, well, there just goes... I have to go back to a cornerstone now because it literally stole all my charges. So I don't know what that is. It's like specifically those specific 2 numbers. So let me know if you guys know, if you guys get that as well, or if it's just me. I know a lot of people had the bug where your flash just doesn't even work at all. But this is a different kind of bug. I get that bug too, where I'll be like using Death Defying. I keep forgetting to pop my potion. Pop your potion. I get the bug too where, like, if I'm using Death Defying and I die, it just won't work at all. And then you guys saw in the first person series where I was like spamming my potion and it just ate through all the potions and it never worked. So it's a different bug from that. So the flasks are just bugged to heck, I guess, right now, because geez, so many bugs with them. But yeah, back on topic. You'll probably never see it in dungeon. That's basically it. Like, there's not much to say about this gem because this gem's pretty straightforward. Dungeons, it's horrible, but for speedrunning, it's amazing. But 99% of the people that watch me are not going to be in speedruns. Only about I don't even think 1% of you guys are in speedruns. We have what? We have Chrono, we have The Count, and we have Novas. I don't know. There's a bunch of people, but I don't think it's like even 1% that can do it. So basically, most people aren't going to see much use out of this gem. Let's be honest. If you are at the end game, obviously you know exactly how it works. But if you're not at that point, probably not gonna see it. It's a pretty underwhelming gem, even compared to like Dracolites and stuff. Even in dungeons, I love Dracolites class gem. Like, I want to have Dracolite as my second main. Like, I know I main a Neon Ninja right now, and then pseudo Candy Barb. I'm gonna use Candy Barb for ultras, and then I'm gonna use my Neon Ninja for farming dungeons. But if I were to have a magic damage class, I would definitely love to have the Draco. Especially for if I'm doing ultras and stuff like that. The Draco's pretty powerful there, because if you can get all 6 minions out, it's the same. It's a pure copy of him. Like, the Dracolite's class gem is a pure copy. It's exactly the same damage as the Dracolite's, which is 75% of your stat sheet right here, and then it is 100% attack speed, like, or 300% because it's max. And your Dracolites have that too, or like your little Dracolite minions. They have full attack speed. I don't know why it's so powerful. I got the wrong impression when I had people telling me at the first start of the week, or the first week of Manual Power. People are like, it's pretty underwhelming, it's random, it's all RNG based, it kind of sucks for dungeons. But as soon as people started getting higher power rank, like, Dracolite blew up in powerfulness, if that's even a word, in power. It kind of like blew up in the community, at least at the end game. Probably newer players still think it's a bad class. The Dracolite is not a bad class, guys. And I just realized that we're kind of talking about the Dracolite in the Lunar Lancers video again. I just love the Dracolite, guys. I'm sorry, it's so good. Like, at the end game, it's pretty powerful. So yeah, I really want the Dracolite to be my second main class. I'll have like the Neon Ninja as my main, and then like Dracolite as my second main for my magic damage gems, and then the Candy Barb will just be for tanking. It's good to have a tank if you're in my position, where you have people that want you to carry them, or if like you're in the end game community and people want you to join a group and they're missing a tank, which is most of the case. Everyone plays DPS, so the tank is usually the one that's missing. So I'm like, all right, well, I have a Candy Barb that's like 16k, 17k power rank. That can tank fine. So those will be, I guess, my 3 main classes, in case anyone wants to know. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video, because we're kind of moving on from the Lunar Lancer. There's just not much to say about it. It's bad for dungeons, but it's amazing for speed clearing, which most people won't be doing anyways that watch my videos. So yeah. I would still take the class gem, though, by the way. Even if you're farming dungeons, still take it. It's a guaranteed stellar. It's one of the easiest. Like, if you only main one class, I've had, what, 15 class gems by now? So that would have been 15 rolls that you could have been getting on your main class. The class itself, like the Lunar Lancer itself, is extremely powerful. He does a lot of damage with his #1, but we're talking pure class gem. So I would definitely use your class gem. Also, if you do ultras, you'll see a lot of use out of it compared to dungeons. You'll still get it in dungeons, but I think if you're in dungeons, you'll be killing the boss too fast to where your minion won't even do a single hit. Like, if you're at the end game, 15k power rank, you should be like 2-shotting a boss, and your minion won't even get a chance to hit him. So yeah, I'll still get it though. Definitely good at the end game, but I've already explained my opinion on it. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like, and I will see you guys next time.